Hi Care Bears and families, welcome back. This week we're going to talk about pre-printing skills or printing readiness. The one part I'll be focusing on pencil grip as well as some of the muscles or the ability that those fingers need to be able to do in order for them to have an easier time printing. And then we'll go through numbers 1 to 5 and our rhymes that help children remember what to do when they're printing numbers 1 to 5. So when we're talking about pre-printing readiness, again, it's going back to the fine motor skills in terms of their muscle strength, their fingers coordination. And today I really want to emphasize that it's important that they are able to build those finger muscles. Something that you can do is, you can even start playing lots of games now. You can play the handshake game. So have them have a handshake of your hand as hard as they can and squeeze those muscles and really feel what it feels like when they are using those muscles. You can also play finger tug of war game, so really get them to use that muscles. A lot of time what will happen is they will hook onto your finger, and as you're pulling they will slip right off because they're not engaging those muscles. So do that with them, and when you're sitting in the car, when you're at the grocery store waiting in line, say, hey, let's play a finger tug of war. Hook onto the fingers, let's see who's going to win, and maybe count to 5. And that will be a nice amount of time for them to engage that muscles and build on from there. So hard squeeze, handshakes, finger tug of war, and also what you can do is, if your little one aren't really ready to hold on to their pencils, so they might do this, they might do this, or they might even hold on to it like that. One thing that we do in class is we give them little dots on their hands. 4 spots on their hands, on their fingers. One goes on the tip of your index finger. One goes on the tip of your thumb. One goes in between your index finger and the thumb. And the last one is a little tricky. It goes on the inside of your middle finger. And what these dots are going to do is these dots are going to tell the little ones the position that their fingers need to be in. It will take some practice and bring awareness to it, but what we'll do is we'll first lay the pencil or a marker on the dot in the middle, and then put our pointing finger and our thumb, the dot on there, touching the pen, so the dot touch the hand or the marker, and the middle finger dot will go behind because the dot is right on the inside behind the marker. What you're going to get them to do is with the other fingers is give them something small to hold on to so that they have those fingers tucked in. When they have that position ready, what you might want to do is just have them just squeeze their fingers and push their fingers into the marker so they can physically feel the part of the finger that is in touch and contact with the marker. So get them to squeeze really hard for 5 seconds and then relax. Do it again, squeeze really hard for 5 seconds so you can feel the markers that's touching your finger, and get them to really practice. Especially, it's especially important to have these pinching mountains when they are holding onto their marker. Another thing that you can do to help is have a binder propped up so that they are writing on an incline. Or else a lot of times they might end up writing this way, and that's just really difficult for anybody to write. So when you have them propped up on an incline, their arm or their hand can now rest on the writing surface. So these are some tips that we're doing in class, and I really love for you and encourage you to try them at home. On to the numbers printing. Let's do them really quickly. Your little ones should know them. We do contests and challenges to remember all these rhymes, so encourage your little ones to do it with us. Here we go. Start with number 1. 1 is easy, 1 is fun. A straight line down, run, run, run. Focus is on starting up top, going down. 2, around and back on the train track. 2, 2, 2. 3, around a tree and around a tree. That's the way to make a 3. 4, down and across and down once more. That's the way to make a 4. 5. It's one of their favorite one. It's kind of silly. Down the street and around the corner. Oops, I forgot my hat. So do that with them at home. You can write it on paper, on sand, on the windows, foggy windows. Have them write on paper or whiteboards, or do a huge number printing where they do a whole body motion where they move their entire arm and write a ginormous number. So practice these numbers at home. Get them to recognize them, get them to remember the rhyme, and we will see you next week. Remember that it's a long weekend, so we'll see you Tuesday. Bye-bye.